Good morning. I am a Duet's family. This is Onoa with another episode of Comically Speaking. Something that I would like to title today would be Quick, Somebody Give Me a Bullet. As I do my daily routine of scouring all over the internet, searching for relevant news, articles, and other information, and importantly, reading the comments posted by people to attempt to gauge the mindset of the collective people, minus the obvious trolls, of course, today it became more and more evident to me that although many are removing the blinders over their eyes to see what it's been like, we see that in some people moving a little to our side. Many people can't really understand what must have been like for our ancestors to live in the country that we call the United States of America, and to a great degree for the descendants of the same people, you and I. Or they pretend like they can't. I put my computer gadgets down for a minute and had a slice of dry toast and a glass of orange juice and watched the award-winning movie The Quick and the Dead. All rights reserved to its respective property owners, no affiliation, of course. As I watched the fabulous movie, which I had seen before, it suddenly dawned on me when the movie got to one particular scene exactly why I felt so much connection to the character Court, who was the fastest gunslinger turned into a priest to resolve his sins for taking the lives of other men in the past. In this movie, Court was the underdog and subject of contention for the town's villain, by the name of Herod, the richest and most powerful man in town. With each round of gunfight, Court survived. Then Herod changed the rules. He was the type to always change the rules or to cheat, like rigging the timer clock, and remember that scene, to his benefit, to give him the upper hand while he handicapped the others, of course. And this kind of ensured that he came out on top when the smoke cleared. Court was walked into the store that was owned by Herod's son, and he was shown the best, fastest, most reliable gun in the gun store. Court had no money, of course, and instead of giving him that really good gun, they gave him a broken down, maybe it'll work, we'll see type of gun instead. Handicap. And only one bullet to use, while every other gunfighter had their guns filled with bullets and they had access to the best guns their money could buy. We get to the scene in the movie where Court is in a gunfight with Spotted Horse, who would always say, "I could not be killed by a bullet." The one bullet rule still stands, remember. The rules have been changed to you have to kill your opponent to win. Not just shoot him, you have to kill him. And Court is using a defective gun. Click! The sound strikes and Court shoots, taking Spotted Horse down to the ground. By the grace of God, Court is declared the winner. But Spotted Horse arises, saying, "I cannot be killed with a bullet." Of course, out of bullets. Spotted Horse is rising again, his gun being pointed with shaking hands at Court, who has no more bullets to use. "Quick, somebody give me a bullet," Court cries out to the crowd of people who just looked at him. No one moved. For various reasons, no one moved. No one but the blind kid who dug his hands into a box of bullets of various sizes, seeking one of the right caliber. Now, American descendants of slaves and our ancestors have been the Court throughout American history. We have been handicapped by rules that were changed as needed to ensure others won. Even when they cheated, these actions were overlooked. Rules that applied not to anyone else, yet forced to compete in the fight of life throughout handicapped and outsiders looking in with skin-covered eyes saying, "You can do it, we did it." I think we can all agree that the character Court was treated the worst, like an animal in this movie. With all of the Herod, when all the Herod had, he owned, he controlled, got a little emotional. He still felt the need to treat this man in such a way because he wanted to break him, to defile Court's resolve to make repentance. Herod was a man who would not stand for anyone turning his back on him by not doing exactly what he said to do. Or was it the fact that Court still lived and breathed, despite being under Herod's foot, that bothered Herod so much? I'm not, and never have been, an excuse maker. My people have always found a way. Despite the strong, back-breaking adversity, the rules constantly changing to handicap us, the cheaters as it applied, through it all, we have been decreeing, "Quick, somebody give us a bullet," so that we could compete and do those things that we have in us to do, to thrive and to live. Just some words to think about, and hopefully help people understand a little insight into what it's been like. Thank you for listening. Another episode of Commonly Speaking.